Hi guys, good evening once again. This is Mike Padua and we're back finally after a week of long vacation. It's a much needed vacation after weeks of multiple tropical cyclones, and we needed that. And right now we're back to our latest YouTube and Facebook video analysis, and this is our English version for today, Monday to Wednesday, November 21 to 23, 2022. Well, during the time of our vacation, the Philippine Islands experienced the usual La Nina enhanced easterlies and a developing low pressure area to the south of Mindanao, which produced some trough with rains and thunderstorms across the island and over the Visayas. And again, this weekend or last weekend, we experienced this back-to-back cloudiness generated by this easterly wind flow. And out to the west Philippine Sea, west of Palawan, there's a low pressure area that formed, became 97W. It's still a low pressure area, but it has weakened for the past few hours, and it's now a remnant low along the coastline of southern Vietnam. So we're not going to deal with that. And to the east of the Philippines, we have another one forming just to the south of Yap and Palau area. This is LPA 98W with less than 35% of developing into a tropical cyclone. So it is not expected to intensify, but this LPA is forecast to pass over to the southern waters of Mindanao over the Celebes Sea for the next 2 to 3 days. And here's 97W that I've been mentioning, which formed to the west of Palawan. And the usual easterlies is still there, bringing some rain showers and thunderstorms, mostly along the eastern sections, some of them penetrating across the western sections of Luzon. So the whole of Luzon, including Bicol, is affected by this easterly wind flow enhanced by the usual La Nina. So don't forget to bring your umbrellas, even if the morning hours is full of sunshine. We expect during noontime, in the afternoon or evening, there will be lots of rain showers and thunderstorms, and also across eastern Visayas, while localized thunderstorms will also be expected across Palawan, the rest of the Visayas, and also over western and northern Mindanao. So since we are at 100% La Nina, so expect this daily rainfall all across the Philippine Islands, and you will just be a lucky place if ever we don't experience rainfall for a day, just like what happened over Naga City last Sunday during my flight back to Naga. Although it's cloudy, the plane has been able to land at the Pili airport. Okay, so the risk of flooding across these areas affected by the easterlies will be at low to medium. So there are some areas where heavy downpour will occur, so expect some flooding in low-lying areas. Okay, we have a frontal system here to the southeast of Japan. It's now becoming more common since we are approaching December, the last month of the year. So winter season is approaching over the subtropics. So lots of frontal system will be passing here every now and then across the southern waters of Japan. Okay, and if we have a tropical cyclone here, when there's a strong frontal system, that tropical cyclone will track more towards the north and curve following that frontal system. If ever there's a frontal system forming to the south of Japan and there's a tropical cyclone here, so this frontal system will create some wake in the ridge, and it will allow this potential tropical cyclone to move towards the north and then recurve and become a part of that frontal system. So that's the latest from GraphSat. It's still Some cloudy conditions will be expected all throughout the country, with some isolated to scattered rain showers in the afternoon or evening, as well as thunderstorms. Okay, now let's take a look at the fast animation. So far, the LPA 98W is starting to weaken during the night hours of Monday, and easterlies will still prevail across the eastern sections of the country. Here's the frontal system. Now let's take a look at the zoom-in satellite animation from windy.com. This is the night vision imagery from UMETSAT, and you can clearly see here some light troughing over the mountains of northern Luzon, but again, easterlies are still penetrating over the eastern sections of the country, becoming more frequent here along the western sections of Bicol region up to Calabarzon, including Mindoro, and also some patchy thunderstorms across eastern Visayas and other parts of the Bicol region, Visayas, as well as Mindanao. And here's the LPA 98W, which is not healthy as of this time. It's starting to dissipate for the past few hours. And for the rainfall accumulation for the next 3 days until Thursday, we expect more rainfall to occur, especially along the eastern sections of Luzon, and that includes northern Quezon, Pudilio, and also some areas of eastern Bicol region, eastern Visayas, becoming more frequent over Mindanao because of the approach of that 98W, but likely to become a surface trough for the next few days. And here's some troughing as well along the coastal areas of Vietnam. So far, that's the latest rainfall accumulation. Nothing to worry as of this time. Now let's take a look at the wind and pressure forecast from the European model for the next 3 days until Thursday. And so far, it remains easterlies. Okay, you can clearly see here the wind coming from the east and some troughing from the shallow LPA or 98W over to the southern Philippine Sea. Wednesday, same situation, easterlies across the Bicol region, Visayas, and we have a surge of northeast monsoon over northern and central Taiwan, over the Taiwan Strait and East China Sea. It's not expected to move over the Batanes, so it's still up there. Okay, and on Thursday afternoon, that surge of the northeast monsoon will just be over the coastal waters of southern Vietnam, including Hong Kong, Taiwan Strait, and to the west of the Batanes, Mabuhay, Cubao Islands. Northeasterly winds will still be expected over Batanes, Mabuhay, Cubao Islands, and the coastal waters of northern Cagayan by Thursday, November 24. And if we move forward for the next 7 to 10 days, so let's take a look on Sunday, this coming Sunday, November 27. There is a low pressure area that will form here based on the European model from the 8 a.m. model run, and it's located to the south of Guam. And November 28, Monday, it will become an active LPA, moving closer towards Palau. November 29, afternoon, it will be approaching the Philippine Area of Responsibility as an active LPA, or even, and it could become a tropical depression based on what we are seeing right now. And on the last day of November, Wednesday, it is expected to accelerate rapidly towards the Surigao provinces or eastern Mindanao area. But again, forecast of 7 to 10 days remains at 20 to 0%. So from 0 to 20% or vice versa. Since as we go more than 5 days up to 7 or 10 days, the probability will decrease from 20% down to 0%. So this is the European model So we are going to observe this in the coming days, because if we take a look at the American model, this is quite aggressive. It's a strong LPA here, becoming a tropical depression on Tuesday, November 29, and early morning of Wednesday, November 30, it will become a tropical storm, and it will rapidly intensify as it approaches the coastal waters of Surigao provinces and eastern Visayas. So that's the forecast up to 10 days. That will be on November 30. Actually, this is already 9 days to go. But as I check on the 10 to 14 day forecast, the track of the American model shows it passing over the Visayas and Palawan, just based on what we see. Okay, this is the possible track of the American model, while the European model is somewhere here, and it's still very uncertain. It's still uncertain as of this time, so we still don't know, but we are going to observe this or monitor this possible formation in the coming days. So by Wednesday, when we return to our next update, we will give you the very latest on this possible potential tropical cyclone during the last day of November, and likely into the first few days of December. Okay, let's hope and pray that this system won't push through, or it may, let's hope and pray it will move more to the north and be absorbed by a passing frontal system, if there is some frontal system moving across the south of Japan, and we will let you know. Okay, again, this is Mike Padua. See you again on Wednesday to give you more on the latest on the weather situation across the Philippine Islands and nearby areas, as well as the impending tropical cyclone formation within the next 7 to 10 days. But that's still uncertain, but the forecast probability is still very low, or very uncertain, highly uncertain as of this time. Okay, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, as well at facebook.com/Mr. Typhoon for the very latest on this weather situation across the Philippine Islands, as well as upcoming tropical cyclones that could pose a threat to our country. As well as don't forget to click on the notification bell. See you again on Wednesday. This is Mike Padua. Have a safe day. Good night to all. And thank you for watching our channel.